I was freaked out the day before. What if Barney's there all by himself?
Necessity is the mother of invention. But those are three moms who really needed... Well, welcome to Insights with Marcia. I am so glad y'all are here today because I have a very special guest, and her name is Diane Geracie, and she helped create Barney, the purple dinosaur. And y'all, Diane, all I have to do is say a purple dinosaur or even just a dinosaur, and people go, oh, Barney, or I know who you're talking about, or I grew up with Barney, or my kids grew up with Barney. I've never met anyone that didn't know Barney. Barney was known all over, not just the United States, but the world. The world. That's such an amazing legacy you have. And not only that, just that he touched so many hearts and so many lives. And those are some of the fun things I want to talk about today. So we're so glad you're here.
I'm so happy to be here, too. And thank you, Marcia, for inviting me. And I'm looking forward to sharing stories with you about how the beginning of Barney started and what our world was like.
Awesome. So where did the idea for Barney even come from?
Well, we had a family company that I was third generation in the family company. We had 4 different businesses at the time. And one of the businesses was called Developmental Learning Materials. And that was education for the slow learners. And so we were in all the schools all around the world. We had DLM materials all around the world at the time. And so I was working with Cheryl Leach, Kathy Parker, and myself. We were all having babies at the same time. We had the same doctor. We were going through the same thing. And so I'm very connected to what was working in education and early childhood education. And so as we're having our babies, Cheryl had a very busy boy. And she said, if only I had 30 minutes in the morning to take a shower and do my hair, I'd be good to go. And so this is what started it. As well, at the same time, our family company put in a video studio, which was unknown at the time to do that. And we were right against railroad tracks. And so where we were in Allen, Texas, so we had to build a floating floor to record whenever the trains went by. And so we put in this video studio. Cheryl has this idea. At the same time, I am going to the state fair, and down there, I took my 3-year-old, Matt, to a robotic dinosaur show. And at first, this character was going to be a bear. And I came back and I said, Cheryl, Kathy, you have to go down to the state fair and watch the kids watch the dinosaurs, because you could just see every child. They weren't moving. They were watching the dinosaurs. And so it changed to a dinosaur because we saw the love that came from the children to those dinosaurs. And so that's how it became a dinosaur. And so I went to Dad and said, we're thinking of doing a video, if we could, of this dinosaur, and teaching all these teaching to the 2-year-old. We've got a script. We've got everything. Can we have time in the video studio? And it goes, oh, sure. And you could sign up and you could pay for it. And I'm like, oh, about that. No. So he supported us from day one. From day one, he said, okay, if you think this is good, let's do it. And so we went into the video studio for a couple weeks, and we recorded 3 episodes. And it was, one of the episodes was the day in the beach, and we created the big costume, and this is the Barney. So he was a little bit darker, and when he was on film, he was darker yet. So anyway, that was what we came out with, and we put Sandy Duncan with him because she was at the time a wholesome mom, very wholesome. Do you remember her?
She was perfect. Yeah.
So we thought she would be a great role model, and she would be the selling point. She would be the selling point of all the videos. And so so she came in and filmed with us and did all that. And so then we had the 3 videos.
Yeah. And this is all because y'all just wanted some time to do your hair and put on the makeup. And you realized that if you had this recording, that the child would sit there and watch it and you could get ready.
You could get ready.
Necessity is the mother of invention. It's just amazing. I love it. Those are 3 moms who really needed their time in the morning.
30 minutes, and then I have a video where your kids learn and grow in watching that video while you get ready. So win-win situation.
So everybody knows Barney's purple. I mean, you can't miss that Barney's purple. So what made you decide on purple?
Again, our early childhood education is colors mean something. And we had a creative team that was in our corporation, businesses of all together. And they taught us a lot about colors, and we decided to go with purple. It's love. It's love, and it's whoever you are, whatever sex you are, it induces love. And so that's how we selected the color.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And then we rounded off everything so he was welcoming and cuddly.
Oh, that's
cuddly,
true. Because the first one's a little more square.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. That's cuddly.
We rounded everything off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why Barney? I mean, I only think of Barney Fife,
Yes. Yes.
Which is, you think of sweet and innocent. So, but why was his name Barney?
Well, any mother would know, with small children, the ba is,
the
it
first
just
sounds?
comes naturally right out of, so ba and e. And so we tried to, and Barney, perfect. We're hitting it. So
y'all just brought all that early learning education and just knew how to put it there. Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, you were telling me one day, in fact, it's a story that my husband and I love to tell our friends. We're like, yeah, we have this friend, and she invented Barney. Let me tell you, because if you live in Dallas, Texas, everybody knows about Collin Creek Mall. Bless its heart, it's going bye-bye like a lot of the other malls. But it was the mall. My kids and I went there. You could just walk around all day and look around. And so Barney is going to go to Collin Creek Mall. Would you mind telling everybody? It's my favorite story. Tell us about it.
Growing and growing, step by step.
I'm going to interrupt you. What year about was this?
This was, so my math, 83, probably 86, 87, 88.
Okay. Give us perspective. So there's no internet.
There's no internet. I think.
That we can use.
Right. Yeah. Faxes were newer.
Yeah.
I mean, faxes. So we were able to fax different gift stores. We were selling this into gift stores in different packages and focusing on New York and Florida. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And so that's where we were focusing, and we were doing well. It wasn't great, but we were doing well. And then, but as we grew past the first 3 videos, we got onto PBS. We did change the way Barney looked. So then the interest was, Well, we went to see Barney in person. And so at the time JCPenney moved down from New York into Plano, we got to know some of the people that worked there. And they said, well, come to the mall and do a performance. And so I contacted Collin Creek Mall saying, how do we do this? And so we have a time. We have a time. And so, to go back, we sold this product in with the babysitting co-op that I was a part of. So when I was raising the kids, we were raising the kids, we had a babysitting co-op in our neighborhood. And so I went to the women and said, hey, during nap time, if you could sell these in, we'll give you blah, blah, blah for anyone that you sold in. And so that got that going. And so the babysitting co-op was key in this. So now the babysitting co-op knows and loves Barney, right?
Yeah.
And so Collin Creek Mall, I was freaked out the day before, like there's not enough people coming. What if Barney's there all by himself and nobody shows up? And anyway, I was kind of worried.
Did you put an ad in the newspaper?
Yes, but I wasn't hearing anything.
Yeah, that's about all we had back then.
That's all we had. So there was no response like, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Nobody did that. And so I wasn't sure. And so I called the babysitting co-op. I called everybody to say, please come, please come, please come. I need somebody there for photos. And so anyway, the time comes. We're all there. Barney's all there. And the strollers start coming. The strollers start coming. And the strollers keep coming.
Oh, my God.
And we're having the opposite problem. Oh, my goodness. Call security. We had so many strollers, we didn't know what to do with them. So many people were there. There were lines out the door.
No.
Lines out the door. They were all through JCPenney. And so it was a huge success. It was a huge success. And at that point in time, we're like, we've got something here. This is such a connection.
Yeah.
This is such a connection with this character and the young child that they stand in line forever. They leave the stroller in the parking lot and walk the child in. They just wanted to get close to him and touch him. So that was a turning point, like a realization.
Kind of like a sign.
It's yes.
Okay.
Yes, a realization.
Yeah.
There's something to this.
There's something to it.
There's a magic to Barney. There's a beautiful magic and love between Barney and the child.
Yes.
And so we honored that. Completely honored that. And that was our focus in everything that we did, is every product that we came up with, every thing that we did was, does this work for the child? Does this work for the child? So in everything we did, we had educators review everything. We had multiple people review every script. We had people reviewing every product that we had, multiple steps. In case we're missing something, because we were getting busier by the minute. Busy. We were a small, very small company at the time. So very small.
Wow. But it grew very fast.
Yes.
Wow. In fact, you said Barney had a fan club that started kind of early on.
Yes.
Tell me about the fan club.
Yes. So that connection that we spoke of, we created a fan club. And at the time it was, you get something in the mail every other month or so. You get pictures of Barney. We would send you a little play thing like cut this out, connect the numbers, whatever it was, we would send them a little something, and then we would always tell them stories of what Barney's been doing and what Barney is up to, and then the connection to the child was there. So we always were thinking, how can Barney connect with that child? So we would have Barney call each child on their birthday.
Oh, my God.
On their birthday to wish them a happy birthday and sing them a song.
Wow.
And talk to the parents a little bit and say, I love you. I love you. So
that would probably be almost a full-time job.
It ended up Yes, at the
Yes.
beginning it was manageable, but then it was more and more and more and more and more and more. So we had different voices for Barney. So we had different voices for Barney. So we had different Barneys calling because it was it built.
Yes.
It built. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, if you love Insights with Marcia and you want even more, I have something for you. Go to my Patreon page, and there you'll be able to watch ad-free episodes that come out early, bonus content every week, my personal show notes, and you may even have a chance to get your questions answered on the podcast. So for $5, $10, or $20 a month, we will keep this conversation going. So go to patreon.com/insightswithmarcia, patreon.com/insightswithmarcia, and let's have some fun. Let's keep the conversation going. I hope to see you there. So the kids could feel like Barney was really them, a part of them. They had that personal connection with Barney. They had talked to Barney on the phone. They see Barney on the TV. So
they get mailings.
They
get mailings.
They have the dolls.
Mm-hmm.
So was it back then? I guess we didn't have TV on demand like we did. Did they just kind of have to tune in at a certain hour?
Yes. So this is when we got. Originally, we were just on VHS tapes. I mean, it was back in VHS tapes, and you would go to Blockbuster and rent the tape. And so through Blockbuster, we had a gentleman called Larry Rifkin with his 2-year-old that went and they rented a video, and Larry saw the magic of Barney, and he took it back to the corporate headquarters and said, you all need to be watching this. And then we started a dialogue with them on a partnership with PBS to see if we could get on PBS. And oh my gosh, we did. We did. And once that happened, and once there was a national awareness of Barney, all of life changed for us.
Oh, I bet.
All of life changed for us. So
your kids were young. What were your kids thinking or saying about Barney?
They're all different. Like what Cheryl and Kathy's kids, my kids, and other kids that were, working with us, and we're shooting in the studio. All of us, and some kids loved getting in the studio, and others, maybe not so. They all had different, what they wanted, but it was fun for them because they could kind of connect with them. But they were our focus group. We had a built-in focus group. And a built-in focus group. On Sundays, I come from a very large family, and on Sundays, I would take potential products to my parents' house. We'd have Sunday dinner over there, and I would just put it out on the floor, and we were all having kids, and I would just watch who picks up what and who plays with what to see if there was interest. And so those kids were really hopeful. They were very helpful to the success of Barney.
Research.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we knew what market research was.
Right.
We didn't even know. We didn't hire out anything. We just
Yes. No.
No.
Wow.
No. So it was built in.
Cool. Well, one of the focuses on Insights with Marcia is you're nailing it all. Number one, I like happy stories. Have you ever noticed how every now and then the news will run like a 3-minute segment and it's a really feel-good story? And you're like, and then the whole rest of the news is just, who shot who and what horrible things are happening in the stock exchange. And I'm all about positive stories like this and how all of y'all felt fulfilled. You fulfilled your mission in life.
Yes.
And, you and I are going to even talk later. And people even have more than one mission. Your mission at that time was this, and then later in life it might be this. And while you're younger, it's raising kids. And y'all have just accomplished them all. And this Barney was quite a feat. quite a
Yes.
feat. Like one of the things I like to say I did was I tried to image a lot and I tried to use positive affirmation. And I kind of feel like y'all did that because you could already see the vision because you were already doing teaching materials and working with children. So it was just perfect.
It was a perfect scenario and such a blessing to be surrounded by the people we had in our area. Perfect blessing to have the companies that we had at the time with all the employees that we had at the time because we were small and money was limited and but we had the resources. Like the funny thing, like let's say the creative department, we're coming up with this Barney and I would run into a meeting. Trish Legault would be there, and I said, "Could you write out the word Barney? My handwriting isn't so good. Would you mind writing that out? Quick! I'm on the phone." And she would do it, and there it is. That's what she wrote out. It was as simple as that. So everyone from our family of companies shared in the success of Barney, from the mailroom to the distribution to the art department to accounting to everyone. Everyone chipped in for years. This isn't just an afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll help you for this
Let's do a purple
afternoon.
dinosaur.
Right. This was for years.
Wow.
So people who weren't even working on Barney said, I will help you anytime.
Yeah.
I will put what I'm doing aside and I'll be there for you. It was amazing. So Barney was meant to be, and so many people were a part of the success. I mean, and again, the timing of it all was just
so needed.
Phenomenal.
So can you come back for another show? And I want to talk about, I think the theme of it needs to be Barney was born into the right family. I mean, you just couldn't birth a purple dinosaur if you weren't in the family that you grew up in. It had all the magic, all the stars aligned, everything was there. So will you come back and do that?
Oh, please.
Oh,
yes.
good,
thank you. Love to.
Thank you so much for being here today. This is just, it's a feel good. I know when I sleep tonight, I'm going to think of some of the cool Barney stories, and it makes me feel good.
Oh, I'm so honored to be here with you, Marcia, and your wonderful podcast. I am so thrilled to be here. Thank you for asking me. Thank you.
So y'all join us next week for more Insights with Marcia.